Hi guys, welcome to Code Artisan Lab. This is video number 30 for hotel management system in Django with Next.js. In this video, we will work on the payment logs page, right? So here we will show all the data related to the payments, right? So in our previous video, we have seen that how we can make payment with the PayPal. So every payment that we will record, we will show here, okay? So it's known as payment logs, okay? So let's start to do this. Okay, so let's open this page, right? Open the front end panel of this page. So here we have payment logs where we can see payment logs. This is the page. Okay, so let's create a separate component first. Okay, so what it is, this is I will copy this table responsive. I will create a new file, right? And I will say payment, not here, but I will create in the components folder. Okay, so components user, or we can say payment logs.js. Okay, and then we will say rfc react functional component, right? And here we will paste the data. Okay, and then here, so we'll say payment logs. Okay, so now if it's working, then link is not defined. So what we need to do, when we will copy this, because no link need in the page but need in the component. Okay, so now you can see here, everything is same, we just need to fetch the data, right? So this is now a separate component. Now let's fetch the data here. Okay, so let's fetch the data here. So I will open the url, right? For the payment we have created a url for create payment, right? A url for create payment and a view for create payment, but now we need to fetch the data, right? So what I will do here, I will create one another, right? And then this is for payments, sorry, this is for payment and this will be payment list view, right? Let's go to views. Okay, and let's copy this one, and we will say if this is not API create view, but we need list API view. Okay, so list API view, payment serializer, it's fine for the payment serializer. Okay, so if I go to payment serializer, here we are fetching the data, right? And this is the URL for view, and I think everything is fine here. Okay, so let's try to hit the API. Okay, so here we have payments. If I go to payment logs, right, and here we have a page and here we have a payment logs. Okay, so we need to hit the API here. Okay, so let's create the API part here now. So let's fetch the data here. Okay, so we already fetching the booking history. Okay, so I will do the same procedure. Okay, so here we have, so we have a synchronize function here. We have created, so we can say payment logs, right? And we will just do this. Okay, so as soon as use effect, it will show the payment logs. Okay, so and here we will say payments, correct? And I will not pass here the ID, right? Because I would like to fetch the data according to the current user. Okay, so I'm not passing the ID here. Currently, it will show all the data because we didn't apply the filter here. Okay, we'll apply the filter soon. Okay, so it should fetch the all data. So we need to create here one more constant. We can say payment logs, right? Or we can say payment data, and we will say set payment date. Okay, and this will use state. Okay, and by default this will be array as an empty array, and let's set this payment data. All right, and whenever this component loads, then it will run this function payment load payment logs, and the data will set here. Okay. One more variable I would like to create, which is loading. Okay, so we will say loading, and we will say set loading. Okay, and by default this will false. Okay, and before this function, this will say uh, true, and after this we can say false. Okay, so let's say false. All right. So now we will show here. We can show here the loading. So we can show here if not loading, and right, then we will show the table, right? We will show the table. If loading, then we can show something else. If loading, then we can show loader. We can create loader actually. Let's create a loader also. So let's create loader. We have loader? No. Okay. Loader.js, RFC, functional component. Let's simply say loading currently. We will modify this later. Okay. So what we can say loader. Okay. Okay. So if not loading, it will show the table. If loading, then it will show the loader. Right. So let's if you are importing the user state this directory or in the client component to fix this mark this. Okay, so let's mark this component as a client component. Okay, so we'll say use client, just add this. Okay, now use effect is not defined. Okay, so we need to also fetch the use effect, correct. So this is showing loading because data is not showing here, or maybe some issues. Let's see appointments. Okay, this is showing some issues, or not sure what is this. Let's see payments, and this is get and response what is not available to script. Why is this? Did we add this to one second? Why this is not working? Okay, let's copy this one. Let's copy this header, sorry, URL, and paste here. I think our backend server is running. Yeah, it's no, it's not running. Payment API view. It's not payment list view. Payment API view in this URL. Fine, correct. Okay. So now let's refresh this page. And if I refresh this page here, you can see this data is coming. Let's refresh this page again. We have payments, and this response is showing here result, and this result is showing the data. Okay, now let's fetch this data in this table because this is currently static, but we need to fetch this data and show accordingly. Okay, so invoice and detail and booking details, all the things. Okay, so let's show this. Okay, so we need payment date which is coming, I think. No, payment date is also not coming. We need room details, and we also need the invoice and amount. Amount is coming, I think. Yeah, total amount is coming, but we also need all the datas. Okay, all the payment date details and all the things. So we need the relationship data actually. Okay, so we need to fetch the relationship data. So let's see how we can do that. Okay, so this is payment serializer. All right, and we have booking. So we have booking. Okay. So let's fetch this data. Okay. This relational data actually. We need payment. Let's go to this model. We have payment. Let's add this payment date here first of all. So at least we can fetch the payment date. We need detail. We need invoice. We have booking. Okay, and we have booking serializer also. Where is that? Yeah, we have booking serializer. So in this booking serializer everything is there. Okay, so what we need to do, So I will say booking equal to booking serializer. All right. So this should fetch the data. Okay. Let's see. So API result booking. We have all the payment date, but booking is showing still 12. Okay. So let's fetch the related data actually. Okay. All the columns. All right. Okay, as you can see, we have fetched the data. Actually, we missed the brackets here. Okay, so it's not instantiate. So what we will do here, you can see the data is coming. Okay, so in the front end, payment logs, what we need to do, payment date, detail, and invoice. Okay, so let's do that. We will, where is the data? Payment logs, set payment logs, and here is the payment data. Okay, so payment data dot map. All right, then we have this. Okay, or we can say this, and we will close this after this tr. All right, and we have this tr. Okay, so this is coming, and what we need to do now, this will be our we can say object, and this will be our index. Okay, so index will be always the unique, so it's index key, and then we have object dot payment date. All right, so this is payment date. It's showing a lot of things, but we will make it correct. And then we have let's see what data we have here in the payment. Okay, so we have here booking ID. So check-in date and check-out date. Okay, so here check-in date. So it is from booking dot. So we'll say check-in date, and from here I will say check-out date. Okay, and then number of guest, total guest. Okay, so total guest. We just need no number. Total guest. It should be total guest, not quest. Sorry. Okay, so two rooms. I think rooms, we also need rooms. So we don't have rooms. We need to just count the length, right? So what we need to do, room number, room number dot length. Okay, so let's see what we have here. It's not showing the rooms, room number. We have booking, but we have booking dot room number dot length. So okay, so I think it's a one object, so that it's not showing the length, but total room we can count. We'll see. Okay. All right. So this is the length. This is room, and then we need one more thing: invoice ID. Okay. So what is the invoice ID? So in the booking we have invoice, and in the invoice we should have invoice number. This is the invoice number. Okay, and amount, we also need amount. So amount we can fetch directly from the total amount or from the invoice amount. I think from the total amount is good, so total amount. Okay, so everything is great now. Just one thing, this rooms is not counting, and this payment date should be in proper format. Okay, these two things, otherwise the data is coming, and everything is good, I think. Okay, also we need to link the invoice. So here we have invoice slash uuid, right? So we need to do something in the JavaScript format. Sorry. So invoice slash, it will be slash, and then here we have invoice. I'm not sure what it is. Let's go to payment logs. Let's see here what we have for the invoice. In the response, we have result, we have this, we have booking ID, invoice, and then invoice UUID. Okay, so this UUID here. So whenever we click on this, it will open the invoice. No, why? Click here, and we have this invoice. Okay, click here. It is opening the oh, user invoice. Sorry, it should be user invoice, right? So payment logs, click here. So it will open the user invoice, room number, price, text, whatever we want to show, it is showing here. Okay. So I think payment logs are recorded. We need to set the payment date, and we need to fetch the rooms because I think the objects are coming so that it is not counting the length, right? We are fetching here, the link is given. Now we need to set the date detail, and we also need to fetch according to the user. Currently it is fetching all the data, right? We need to fetch according to the user. Okay, so let's see that. Okay, so I have seen in the booking history that we are showing the room number, right? It means we are booking only single room at a time. This is not very accurate according to the logic, but currently we are creating this system as a one room booking at a time. Later we will improve it or do something. Okay, so multiple rooms can book at a time, right? So let's do one thing, that we are whatever we are doing here, and for the date and for the room number, we can show in the payment logs, right? So first of all, here we can show the payment log, room number, and we'll see here what data we are uh, fetching. So in the response, we have result, we have a booking, we have room number. So room number we have, okay, so room number dot room number. So this will be our room number, okay, 101. So room number 101, or we can say simply room number, room number 101. Okay, and for the date, we have formatted date, okay, which we are doing in our API, right? So we'll do the same. We have created a simple function in the serializer in our here. Okay, so formatted date, we'll say here, sorry. Okay, and then what we are doing with the formatted date, read only field. Okay, because we don't want to send it from the front end. And then we have one more thing here, function. Okay, so this function will accept, this function will translate the date in this format, year, month, and day. Okay, and then we just need to give this payment date to this. Okay, so let's see now. It should work. Let's see, payment object no attribute, booking date, where is that? I think we give something wrong in API. Booking date, no, this should be payment date. Great, now it will work. Okay, so everything is working here. Room number is coming, check-in checkout date is coming, guest number is coming. Okay, payment logs is done. Okay, so payment log is done, and booking history is also done. Next we will work on the update profile, then we will work on the event booking and all, right? So thank you so much, and please share, subscribe, like this channel, like this video, and if you are new to this channel, I think I have said that subscribe this channel, and I'm trying to upload as soon as possible the videos. Okay, so thank you so much.